Shyne throwing shots at Nas. Allegedly, he had a little crush when he was in the 11th grade, holding her hand, walking her to class, carrying the books. One day, Nas pulled up, and the young chick hopped in the car with him. He was waiting outside the high school. Look, Shyne let the cat out the bag. I don't even think he tried to, but Nas caught the strays. Look, Nas inquiring minds want to know, bro, were you really on that dirty dick dealer shit in the 90s? Bro, this is looking bad. Looking bad. Uh, it was all good about a week ago. I didn't think my nigga Nas sincere could do no wrong. I think he was one of the niggas. I thought he was one of the niggas that made it to 2025 untainted. But look like he been playing with them little girls. You know, bro, I got to see it. And I like Nas. I like him. But this ain't about that, bro. This ain't about, you got to be called out on your bullshit, nigga. That's you. Yeah, that you. Yeah, you. Inquiring minds want to know, nigga, was it you? Are you infected with that R. Kelly, that jigger disease? Nigga just want to know. You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Look, Jay-Z defends Bad Bunny amid criticism. Look, Jay know everybody highly upset that he picked Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. They questioned him, asked him, how does he feel about that? He say, don't worry about it. They love him. Don't let him fool you. Look, football, National Football League is an American sport. You know, it's an American sport. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. At this point, I don't even know if any of Bad Bunny's songs are actually even in English. What is Jay doing? Starting the fires. Starting the fires, bro. He might come out on stage with Bad Bunny and, oh, I got a feature. Look, bro, dude always got something up his sleeve. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Who should have been? I don't know, bro. They might should have been Taylor Swift or Adele or somebody, but come on, man. Bad Bunny. And I like him, you know what I mean? But I don't really just know him. I don't think most Americans don't, bro. He's a Spanish singer. Drop it in the comments. Jay full of shit. Charleston White throwing shots at NBA YoungBoy. Look, he started off throwing pebbles. Then he elevated, advanced to throwing rocks. Yeah, bro had a 2-hour Say Cheese interview about NBA YoungBoy, how he don't like him, and he believes the Master Tour is demonic. Look, YB performing in caskets right now. He ain't really even about the music. He's being controlled by Birdman. He say he believes the whole YB didn't went crazy and had to take medicine. It could have been a Birdman plot just to get him in his pockets. You know what I mean? Look, YB wasn't trying to fuck with Birdman like that at first. Wasn't trying to fuck with nobody. Now he's with the King Blood. You know what I mean? Look, Birdman full of shit. Give him a little time, he'd be kissing YB in the mouth and calling him daddy. He's gonna piss him off. Give him 2-3 years. You know, it ain't gonna take that long. Give him 2-3 months. He's gonna piss YB off and you'll see YB dragging him. Just be honest, let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Charleston White. Like him, love him. He gonna tell it. You know what I mean? That's why niggas respect him. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Adrian Peterson was arrested in Sugarland, Texas, driving drunk. This is his second DUI this year, fam. This year. The man couldn't even make it home. Fell asleep at the gas station. You know what I mean? I think of Texaco or something like that. Fell asleep at the gas station with the truck still running, sleep, gripping his phone. The cops got him. Got him for the DUI and the unlawful, carrying an unlawful firearm. Look, bro. Look, bro. More money, more problems. I'm gonna tell you like that, man. More money and more problems. Not to mention everybody got a vice. You could think you're way up here, you know what I mean? But something as simple as liquor, it gonna drag you back down. Look, shout out Adrian Peterson. Yeah, shout out Adrian Peterson. But look here, bro, you got to get your shit together, fam. Pull yourself together and clean it up, bro. You got a name, you know what I mean? You got a name, bro. What are you showing people? Not to mention, driving drunk is very fucking dangerous. You could kill somebody. And I don't see why people don't understand why you get arrested for it. Drop it in the comments, Scars from the Playground. Camron filed a lawsuit against J. Cole. This is for their 2024 collaboration, Ready 24. Look, he say J. Cole promised him either a feature or that he was gonna come and sit down for an interview on that It Is What It Is podcast with Mace. He say after a year he ain't seen no traction. Yeah, no traction. He say, bruh, he filed the lawsuit because he has yet to receive any compensation for his contributions to that mixtape record. Ready 24. Look, this is how your idols fuck up uh, the mystique. You know what I mean? Look, J. Cole grew up loving him. You know what I mean? Loving him. Nah, this don't do nothing but make you look bad. You getting money, nigga. What is you really tripping over? Oh, it's about principle. It's about principle. How many people have you fucked over, Camron? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Jim Jones, for one. You know what I mean? And Joel Santana. Because when they were under you, they didn't do quite what they were supposed to do. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's always like that. You know, that's why you never sign to another artist. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Tyler Perry bought a $100,000 Louis Vuitton trench coat with over 200,000 pearls embroidered on the trench coat. Look, and this is despite them trying to take everything he got. Look, bro, his sexual harassment lawsuit is only expanding. It's more men, fam. It's more men. Allegedly, he's been packet checking for a minute. Yeah, man. He been cock grabbing for a minute, fam. And if you don't adhere to his sexual advances, he's gonna kill your character off. Look, this story ain't going nowhere. The story ain't going nowhere. Allegedly, he bought bottles for Gene Deal back in the day. Gene Deal say he turned them down, but he say his man took them bottles. I don't know if Tyler Perry took his man home back in the day. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But Tyler has been on the loose for quite some time, way before he was even a deal. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Lil Durk is accused of not just one murder for hire. No, they got an informant that say he actually did like more than six. He had more than six murder for hires. Look, despite what this nigga saying, they ain't got no evidence on Lil Durk. You know what I mean? None. You know what I mean? Hard drives, iCloud, socials. They have no concrete evidence that links him to anything. Free Durk, man. Durk is coming home. This ain't about picking NBA YoungBoy over Durk or Durk over NBA YoungBoy. Man, this is about what's right, bro. This is Smirkio. I don't know what they had going on, but they all involved in street shit. You know what I mean? They all involved in street shit. So you could say, oh, no, he deserves life. But the nigga that you're listening to, your favorite rapper, might deserve it too. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Free Durk. Drop it in the comments. No evidence. Kodak black driver accidentally drove into a ditch. Look, I say accident because Kodak Black didn't get on his ass and nothing. Man, the dude might have got a contact high for all we know. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He looked like he was driving straight and suddenly he just veered off the road. Hand might have slipped. Who knows, bro? They saying Kodak Black needs a new driver. Look, bro, Kodak Black needs a whole new team. Yeah, let's just be honest. Let's just be real, fool. And you got too much money to be making so many mistakes, bro. Let's just be honest, bro. You got way too much money on to be making these dumb ass, stupid fucking mistakes, Kodak Black. And it, bro, you gonna get somebody hurt or you're gonna hurt yourself, fam. Get you some help, fam. Yeah, get you some help. I know it ain't about the drugs. It's just about the responsibility levels, fam. Yeah, real shit. You gotta be more responsible now. You're older, fam. You're a grown man now. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. LeBron James unfollowed Bronny James. Could have been only for the night, you know what I mean? But look, this is after the Lakers lost to the Blazers. Look, the man, 0 points, 1 steal, 1 block, despite playing 20 minutes in the game, didn't do shit. Didn't do shit. Bro, what did y'all expect? Did y'all expect, bro, he hang around a little longer, he's gonna just snap on? It's not like that, bro. Either you got it or you don't. Either you could hoop with the big boys or you deserve to be in a D League or something somewhere. Should have just maybe even overseas. You're supposed to be playing for China or something. Maybe you'll be shining. Right now, bro, it ain't looking good for Bronny. They say if, in fact, LeBron retires, that will be the same day you will hear Bron is leaving the Lakers. Look, shout out Bronny James. I like him. I like him. Yeah, despite the nepotism, has nothing to do with me. I like him. Shout out LeBron James, man. That nigga's a goat for sure. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Paul Pierce has been charged with a DUI in Los Angeles, California, fam. He's officially been charged. Now, he was arrested for this a couple weeks ago, but he tried to contest it. Man, the man fell asleep in traffic, in LA traffic, drunk as a skunk. You know what I mean? Now, I would have believed him that he was just old and tired. But look here, bro. You took a blood test. They already ran it, man. They gave you 2 charges because you was point 0.8 over the legal limit. Look, dude, you can hurt somebody, man. You're too old to be making these fucking choices. To be drinking and driving is too much, fam. Maybe you think you can handle it. But with you falling asleep off the road, all you got to do is run into a mother with a kid in the back seat, fam, and you're gonna hurt somebody. Look, man, pull yourself together, nigga. Pull your fucking self together. Just because you think you got it, don't mean you could put everybody else's life in jeopardy, fam. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, bro. It comes to a level, a time in your life that you realize, man, you got to be on some grown shit. You got to be on some grown shit because life is really happening around you, fam. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Drake facing a class action lawsuit for illegal gambling. Look, fam, he misled fans by acting like he was betting on a state platform, but they was using house money. Yeah, they were using house money. It was never his money. Look, him, Aiden Ross, and State are part of this class action lawsuit. Because look here, bro, you're making people think they should follow you and follow your motherfucking bets when in all reality, you're losing. Yeah, you're losing, bro. Every time you see them show their little ticket when they win, they didn't bet 700 and won 8. Look, bro. It's them big bets that y'all and people betting a house and a home on y'all. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. Drop it in the comments, Drake. You're totally fucking wrong for this. You totally fucking. If there's any truth to this, that you wasn't playing your own money, it changes things, fam. Just being honest, just being real. And I like Drake. I like him. But right is right. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Megan Thee Stallion throwing shots at DJ Akademiks. Yeah, paid bots. She's accusing him of being paid to drag her and promote the Free Tory Lanez campaign. DJ Akademiks is denying it. He's laughing out loud about it. But look, bro, come on, man. Come on. You know what I mean? Ever since the grooming scandal, where you were talking to that little white boy, Playboy Max, Black Boy Max, dude, he got over there, little boy. You've been backtracking everything. You've been trying to stay on the right side of things, apologizing to the powers that be. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now, did you accept a form of money? Yeah, I think y'all all do. That's why you never get a real opinion about nothing that matters. It's just, yeah, she has a point. Shout out Meg Thee Stallion. Keep going at him. You know what I mean? Keep going at him. He's pressure bust pipes. That's all I say. Drop it in the comments. Shout out DJ Akademiks because I like him. Not really. You know what I mean? Not really. I can't say I like him. Yeah, I really don't like many men. Yeah, many men wish death upon me. Why? Because I keep it real. You know what I mean? I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Joe Brown throwing shots at Judge Mathis. He say, look, he don't know if Judge Mathis' wife is a hoe or not. But if she takes money, and she might be. Look, Judge Mathis say, bro, he apologizes for whatever he did to the old Judge Joe Brown. But to him talking like that about his wife shows him that that man needs psychological help. Yeah, he say he don't want no smoke. Why? Because lions don't fight monkeys. G's don't fight lambs, and in his case, OGs don't fight lames. You know what I mean? Look, bro, shout out Judge Mathis. Yeah, Judge Mathis has always been one of the realest. Judge Joe Brown has always been like one of the most stiff niggas, Clint Eastwood type of niggas that you've always like, you know what? That nigga needs his ass whooped because he gonna say what the fuck he wanna say, so you gotta respect him. Look, to see the both of the TV judges going at it is crazy. 2025 ain't shit. Drop it in the comments, man. Just being honest, just being real. Silkk the Shocker announces a collab album with Juvenile. Yeah, he say him and Juve dropping something, baby. You know what I mean? Look, bro, he's been semi-retired since the 90s. Since the fucking 90s. But when you listen to that Silkk shit in 2025, you'll realize, man, Silkk was damn near wrecking that hoe. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I like to say Silkk shit might be lackluster, but I'm thinking, man, it might be what 2025 needs. Let's just be honest, let's just be real, bro. Shout out Silkk the Shocker. He say the verses, first Cash Money verses the No Limit was just the beginning. He's back. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's back. He ain't had nothing to rap for a minute. But he ain't never gave it up. Yeah, shout out Silkk the Shocker. Like I said, when you realize that, boy, the man was an incredible actor too. Man, sound like he just reading a little bit, but you know what? He did a hell of a good job. Just being honest, just being real. Shout out Silkk the Shocker, man. I'm looking forward to the album. Just being real, bro. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. The baby lost $30 million for disrespecting the LGBT community. This for all them homophobic remarks at the 2021 Rolling Loud. Look, he say, if you didn't show up on any over here with HIV or any of them other diseases that in 2 to 3 weeks, put your phone up, put your lighters up on your phone. Oh, you know what, fellas, if you're not giving blowjobs in the parking lot, put your lighters up on your phone. Look, bro, this shit cost him $30 million worth of shows that he had booked up until the ball dropped at the end of 2021. He said he even had a private jet picked out with his name on it. He say he learned his lesson. Look, they counseled him. Still to this day, people still ain't fucking with the baby like they once was. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That's what people fail to realize. You could think most of your fans are the women, but nah, man, the LGBT, they're jamming your shit and they listen to your shit and they're thinking you accept them for what they are until you start talking that bullshit. Then you'll see how fast that money go. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out to baby. Pino Vasquez throwing shots at Freeway for leaving the rap game to become an honorary sheriff. Look, bro, he say the man went from, oh, the cops' whole purpose is to lock us up and throw away the key, to becoming an honorary cop. He say the man can't even run down the block. Freeway can't save Freeway, but he chooses to sign up for the police department. Look, if the man won't be a cop, he won't be a cop. You know what I mean? Look, Oskino Vasquez is mad because allegedly he caught Freeway taking food out his motherfucking mouth after he tried to put the man on. You know what I mean? Look, yeah, this would piss a nigga off. You know, I don't think all the cop shit piss him off. You do what you do, but he's just honorary. I don't even know what they mean. They giving out honorary degrees. Drop it in the comments. I think it means nothing. Cam Newton got into an altercation with the Alabama A&M mascot in Birmingham, Alabama. Look, he attempted to knock off his fedora. You know what I mean? I don't even know what was going on, bro. But there was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a struggle. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It took for Cam Newton to really threaten to beat the shit out of him for him to stop. Man, watch out. Watch out. Look, the footage is hilarious, dog. You know what I mean? Shout out Cam Newton. I guess the man just wanted to make sure that bitch wasn't glued to his head. Every time you see him, he got some type of fedora on. And I can't say they're weird, because they're fly, but it's always one on there. I mean, the man just wanted to see if it would come off, if he swung at it. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Cam Newton. He wasn't going for it. Sammy denies the child cruelty allegations. He say they are lies designed to drag him and take him down. The truth will prevail. Look, bro, I think it's, if you did something, now is the time to just come out and just, like, this ain't all that old Hollywood ass shit and the truth will come out later in the rents. Man, we trying to, inquiring minds want to know what happened to them children, bro. Like, what you in there beating the hell out them kids? That's the only thing that matters right now. All that old, I'ma like leave clues and all that, man. Come on, man. That's what got you in the world of trouble right now. You're looking like a fucking fugitive. I'ma just be honest with you, fam. And I grew up liking Sammy. I like the way you look at me. That was my shit. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I thought you was friendly. I was under the assumption that you were friendly, but they're saying you a monster, fam. Go on, come out and get in front of this. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Pharrell Williams caught stealing Coogee designs. Now, he is the creative director for Louis Vuitton. You would think that he was going to bring some original shit to the table, but nah. He's stealing Coogie's design for his fall winter 2025 collection. Come on, man. This is about originality. On top of that, you're telling Coogie, oh, this is an original. And no, it's not an original, bro. No, they don't own the aesthetic, but everybody expect you to get the job and do something different. Let's be honest. Let's just be for real. Pharrell Williams, dude. This shit is horrible. Horrible, bro. That's the same thing Balenciaga tried to do to Dame Dash CEO imprint. They take. Look, bro. Y'all gonna have to start putting that goddamn shit in Walmart, Ross, Marshalls, and all type of other shit and dropping the prices, because it's not original and it hasn't been for quite some time. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Flavor Flav has been announced as the official hype man for the U.S. Olympic bobsled team and the skeleton squad. Look, bro, he traded in his clock for a bobsledding helmet. He really on some cool running shit, like Yul Brynner. He on some Yul Brynner cool running shit right now. Shout out Flavor Flav, bro, because he made his debut at the Olympic track in Park City, Utah. They say the OG hit 66 miles per hour in his second skeleton run. This is dope, bro. It takes a lot of skill to control a bobsled. You know what I mean? This is dope, fam. He will be headed to the Winter Olympics in less than 100 days as an official sponsor and hype man. Shout out Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav then quit them drugs allegedly, and he's been holding it down, man. He's been taking off. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait for later to become greater. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. NBA YoungBoy dreadlocks nearly caught on fire mid-performance. Yeah, bro. He was in the middle of singing Lonely Child, sparks flying everywhere. Notice his hair was smoking. You mean they trying to do this, man, like they did Michael Jackson. Look, this is, you better understand the game that you're in. You know what I mean? Luckily, he was smart enough to fan that shit out of his hair before it turned tragic. You know what I mean? He's already talking like Mike, already talking like him. They're waiting to do something else so we could really enhance their comparison. You know what I mean? That's him. That's YB right now. They almost burnt his fucking scalp out. You know what I mean? Look, bro, this game is crazy. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like the Joker. I laugh in the most awkward times. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground, fam. R. Kelly stole I'm a Flirt from Lil Bow Wow. That was supposed to be one of Bow Wow's biggest records because he did it on his own without Jermaine Dupri's production. You know what I mean? Look, bro, he sung that shit to R. Kelly, and he told the story, but he didn't just finish it. He sung the shit to R. Kelly. R. Kelly sung that shit back in 15 minutes. Like, damn, you know what I mean? JD them didn't really like it, didn't pay Kells for his work. So what did R. Kelly do, man? He made a remix, took Bow Wow off of it, put T-Pain on it, and it became his lead single. You know what I mean? Real shit. They tried to fuck the Pied Piper. Look, I don't fuck with R. Kelly by no means. He's a dirty, rotten piece of shit. If you ask me, you know, if you ask me, all the young girls on top of that, he touched his own fucking kid. You know what I mean? Bow Wow, you should have did something to him. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real. You should have did something to him. We probably wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now with him. Drop it in the comment. Hey, trying to kill me. You know what I mean? Man, look here, R. Kelly. 2 tears in the bucket, nigga. Fuck it. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Master P announces his retirement from hip hop. He dropped his last CD too, The Lost Tapes, the No Limit 5K. The Lost Tapes dropped his last album with everybody on it. He say he's done. Why? It ain't no money in the music industry. Streams ain't working. Back in the day, they could sell more tangible goods. Now, he ain't really into music. He ain't making enough. He's into making products that black people actually consume. Yeah, real shit, bro. Shout out Master P. If you ask me, they won No Limit versus Cash Money. They won. You know what I mean? No Limit won for sure. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Once Birdman took the mic, he lost it for him. You know what I mean? Master P reminded everybody why he had the juice. It wasn't about flossing with that guy. It was about bossing. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Shout out Master P, bro. Yeah. Shout out Master P. And, you know, you have to deprogram your mindset and understand that there's other options. You ain't got to rap metaphors or dribble to make it out the hood in 2025. Drop it in the comments, Scores from the Playground, man. Shout out Master P. DJ Akademiks denies taking Ozempic. He say he can admit his clothes barely fit. Look, DDG say, do you want to go ahead and get in front of this, man? Are you on it or not? Look, bro, he say if he was, why would it be a problem? When he's fought, and getting fatter, nobody applauds him for it. Why would it be a problem if he's taking something to lose it? I want everybody to know it ain't no problem, but he's well within his right not to want to answer. You don't have to. Everybody ain't got to know your business. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to be skinny, be skinny. If you want to be big, be big. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It doesn't fucking matter. You could change yourself in a million ways, and that person that you're trying to impress still may never be impressed. Drop it in the comments, man. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Scores on the playground. Look, Kendrick Perkins throwing shots at Ja Morant. Look, he say he mad at him. Why? ESPN's packed up and spent millions for an all-access with him. Wanted to get Ja Morant, painted him, as flew all the way to Memphis, painted him as anointed him as the next chosen one. He said, look, all the fuck-ups didn't only make Ja look bad, but they made him look bad too. Why? He the one got them people looking at you, Ja. Yeah, he say he took you from 3 games on ESPN National Television to 52, nigga. You owe them way more than that. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know what the fuck Kendrick Perkins talking about. I just know Ja Morant, love him some NBA YoungBoy, love him. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I'm surprised that we ain't seen him on the Master concert. You know what I mean? Maybe he gonna catch one before the tour ends. Yeah, he got to, bro. Yeah, the man just like this shit. I don't understand why he was getting fined for it, but can't believe he kept doing it. You know, and just being honest, just being real, fam. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Ja Morant, man. Shout out Kendrick Perkins too. But they say, bro, is that him? Is that Yeah, Perkins, Kendrick. They say they don't want you back in Houston, man. Yeah, look, he say he don't want you back in Houston, dog. I don't know if y'all resolved the situation or not, but that's on some other shit. It's just entertainment for me. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Birdman throwing shots at Turk. And the Cash Money versus No Limit versus they gave Birdman a microphone. He took the chance to throw shots at Turk. Fuck yeah. We'll fuck with him when we fuck with him. Shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Look, bro, Turk is part of the Hot Boys. Like it or not, he's part of the gang. Without Wayne, first of all, without Turk and Lil Wayne and everything Lil Wayne brought to Cash Money ain't shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It was never about Birdman. It was about Wayne. When everybody jumped ship, Wayne stayed down, nigga. If Wayne didn't stay down and keep you popping, you wouldn't be popping right now. But to make the whole generation think you're King Blood, man, you got the game fucked up. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out Turk. They don't like Turk. Turk gonna tell it. Yeah, Turk gonna tell it. And he's supposed to. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. I was wondering what the fuck Birdman got to do with NBA YoungBoy. Turns out he's been mentored by Birdman. Yeah, NBA YoungBoy is part of the Birdman mentorship program. Look, bro, all eyes on a $300 million deal YB is supposed to be signing. He's trying to protect the money and his asset. Look, bro, be careful who you get money with. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Everybody Birdman has ever fucked with, he fucked over. You know what I mean? It ain't until he tried to kiss YB behind the scenes and do all that other YB calling him daddy type shit that YB gonna finally realize, man, you part of a sinking ship, bro. You're independent, man. Go your own fucking way. You do not need Birdman and the Bloods to justify who you are in the game. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's corny. Get away from Birdman. You know, just be honest. Let's just be real, fool. Drop it in the comments.
Everything I'm not made me everything I am. Now, I'm not trying to be Kanye, man. Scars from the playground. Yeah, yeah. We got a nice rodeo plan for you today. I done came this far. What? I put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. My daughter's spoiled, so they demand from me more and more. I hold my anger in, I just let it out when I get bored. When I'm agitated, stand free from cuffs feels like a job. I was rich once, we used to fist bump when we used to rob. I'm a grown man, I don't have friends, we don't hang no more. My phone rings, I don't feel like talking, I just ignore. By myself, I really sore. Been running all day, my Achilles sore. Need 1 plus like 7 million more. I was born rare, born right, but you see me as wrong. So please leave me alone. Sometimes when I'm riding in my whip, I like to turn the radio all the way down. Yeah, it gives me a moment of clarity. As humans, I think we need that. Complete silence. Sometimes you got to just turn it down. I done came this far. What? Put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. This world's spoiled, so it demands from me more and more. More than I got to give sometimes, but, you know, I'm into giving, you dig? If they throw it, I'ma catch it. I play the game like Teddy. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.